tonight?
Good.
Awesome. That is probably one of my favorite parts about this job, about the hospitality industry in general. I've been in the hospitality industry for about 15 years. I like that I get to see familiar faces every day, new faces. I like that I get to ask you how your day is going. And I like that I hopefully get to make it a little better with some really good food. So my name is Alyssa Warren. This is my brother over here, Reese Warren.
Hello.
Together we run Saguaro Mobile Food Kitchen. We get a lot of questions, Saguaro, where did that name come from? My mother was born in Martinsville. Reese and I both attended Magnolia High School, but my father is from Arizona. We did spend a good bit of time growing up out there. So Saguaro, the saguaro cactus, that's kind of where we got that from. We have roots out there. It just felt like a piece of home. So, where am I going next with this? We wanted to bring something to New Martinsville that you could not find locally. When it comes to our food, you will find things on our menu that you have to drive 1 to 3 hours away to find. For instance, this week we're doing Greek, we're doing our gyros, we're doing spanakopita, we've made our fresh lemon chicken soup. I'm so sorry.
You're fine.
The biggest goal for us was to bring like fresh food in. We wanted to make everything fresh, we wanted it to be quick, and we wanted it to be healthy. Fresh, flavorful food is kind of like another one of our mottos, so is life-inspired food. So we kind of think we did a pretty good job doing that. The community has been awesome. We're so thankful for everybody supporting us. Happy we're here. Happy you guys can get a quick bite that's healthy as well as, like I just said, quick. So anyways, I'm not going to go on any further on that. We're here to talk about money. So you can flip to the next slide and the next slide. So how would we benefit from the entrepreneur pitch if we were to win your votes? Number one is we have a pretty major structural issue right now in our food trailer. The guy who put our trailer together, he did a pretty awesome job. You can tell it was kind of a new hobby of his, but the floors stink. It's basically, as you can see in our picture here, it is cheap stick-on vinyl on hardwood. There's no baseboards, so as you can imagine in a kitchen that's really not ideal. So pretty ASAP, we need to install new flooring. We are looking at aluminum floors. We've been quoted a little less than $1,000 to get these installed. They're non-porous, they're easy to clean, they last a really long time, and they're obviously way more up to code. This is something, with your help, we can get really quickly, and we do need really quickly. So that would be step one, but hopefully we get a little bit more money and we can get our generator. So a generator would give us so much more opportunity. Right now we're kind of limited on where we can take our trailer because we have to be able to plug in. So fairs and festivals seem to be okay. We're actually headed to our second festival this weekend, the Autumn Fest, out at the fairgrounds. We hope to see you guys there. But we've been approached by a couple of local people who are having a party or an event and they'd like us to come out, and unfortunately if they don't have a plug up, we can't go. So a generator would really help us reach more people with Saguaro. It would also help us offer like more services to the community, because if you're having a wedding, a baby shower, a retirement party, we can come anywhere and set up. We've thought about, going out to well pads and stuff, especially this winter where those guys are all out there working and there's no food for miles. So those kind of things would definitely open up for us. In addition, we all know how the electric can be. And if we were to lose electric, I don't know when that was that New Martinsville lost power for, I think it was like a substantial amount of time. Regardless, if that were to happen to us right now with no backup generator, we could potentially lose thousands of dollars worth of product because our freezers and our fridges would shut down. So the generator will also give us a peace of mind that if something like that were to happen, we can keep those running and keep our product safe. Guys, thank you so much, so much. It's a blessing to be here. This has been a big dream of mine for a really long time. And just seeing how New Martinsville has supported us in general, especially the chamber, has been really awesome. And I feel grateful, and thank you. Any questions?
I have a question. Have you priced generators to see what kind of price range they fall into?
We have.
Okay.
On that slide right there, we found one that's about $1,599. They can range from $1,000 to $7,000. You can get, you know what I mean. What we would need for our trailer and what we've talked to our mechanic about is $1,500 will get us a really good one.
How many employees do you guys have now? You too?
Yeah.
We're all cooking there.
It's a family affair. Our parents help us out tremendously. I don't know if you saw on the slide, my 2-year-old Oliver, my mom has been awesome watching him while I'm working. We work a lot, but we work pretty well together. It's actually been kind of surprising. But it's just us right now. However, we are really, I was just talking last week, that I would like to change that really soon. I would like to bring them out. We could do more. If we had more help, we could, it'd just be awesome. So that is definitely something we're gearing up to try and hire some help, create some jobs.
Do you plan on maintaining the same hours during the winter season?
So we've talked about a few things for the winter. We do have a huge garage right next to where we park right now that we can pull in, and it is heated. We thought about opening in there. We have thought about doing more delivery, so we can open up our menu to offices, whatever, and you can call in. We can deliver lunch. I would like to get into catering. We are actually taking 2 weeks off at the end of next month, and I'm planning on kind of creating a catering plan that I can offer to people as an example. So that's something I think would be really awesome to keep us going through the winter. We've talked about curbside, like having 5 spaces like designated outside the trailer, and we'll be bundled up in there cooking food, and then you guys can order online, pull up, we'll bring it out to your car. So we have definitely been talking about how to keep this thing rolling, and we're not going to stop for winter. As long as our tanks don't freeze, we're gonna be going.
So I have a couple questions. So with you being in New Martinsville, I know you say you love talking to people, and I know you've been around stuff, but like what surrounding areas are coming to you? Like are you getting business from different areas too?
Just today, we had a gentleman from Parkersburg stop by. Last week we had someone who was doing work down here from Pittsburgh. This evening we were talking to a lady from Connecticut, and she was stoked because I guess her and her family just actually moved here, and so they were like super pumped that they could get fresh, flavorful, good food that's healthy for you and tastes awesome. So it seems like we are, and I like our position is right on Route 2. You can't really go anywhere north or south without passing us, so that's kind of nice because people are passing through, they see it. We try to advertise what we're having that day on the street, so it's kind of eye-grabbing, and they come on in.
I know I've talked to you about this before, but with your advertising, are you still just on Facebook, or have you expanded that some?
We are still just doing Facebook. Our posts generally get 1,000 to 2,000 views within a day, which I think is pretty cool.
It is.
And
especially since you're new. That's awesome.
We really blew up on there the first week. We were not expecting it. I remember that was just within the first day of our first Facebook post had over 3,000 views, and we just thought it was going to be a quiet little opening. We're going to let our friends know on Facebook. So that was, like I said, awesome because the support and the sharing, and like people love taking pictures of our food and posting it because one, they love it, and two, it's like they want to support us, and I think that's really, really cool.
So do you plan on continuing, is it always going to be the food truck, or do you plan, or is it going to be like, let's see how big we get and explode from there?
Okay. It's definitely not always going to be the food truck.
Okay.
I went to Western University for business. I did not graduate. I went off to Florida because I was ready to get out of here, and I ended up working for some really talented people in this business in St. Petersburg, Florida for many years, and learning a lot. Our parents own their own business. It's just been like in our blood. I would like to take this, and there's a few ways it can go. It can go to purchasing a couple more trucks and being able to expand out that way. It can go into just getting a commercial kitchen so that we can do more catering things. And it can also turn into a small restaurant as well. So I don't want to just stay in the food truck. This is definitely like a 1 to 2 year kind of thing to get us like our name out there, travel. I feel like we'll always have a food truck to be able to go around and do things. But we're definitely looking for other opportunities, and not even just in food. So I have a few other ideas of things that I think could really benefit the community, bring jobs, and hopefully from this that starts to kind of fan out. It's a learning process. Try to figure out where you want to get your product, how you're going to sell it, how you're going to market it. Overall, we've been doing really good. I'm happy. We're going to keep going. And literally, like, every week I feel like I'm getting smarter and smarter. It's like, okay, I'm going to be better this week. I'm going to be, you know, it's kind of awesome.
Yeah.
Because it's definitely like a learn as you go thing. When I first started, like that whole saying, you know, you don't have to know everything when you start. It's just you have to dive in, right? And you learn as you go. And it's so true. It's been 2 months, like you said, and
Yeah.
I feel like a whole different person than I was 8 weeks ago.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Great job.
Thanks, guys. Thank you. Wonderful.